Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for joining me here. I'm doing a twin flame soulmate important union connection reading. Whatever this union is, whether you're in a karmic relationship or a twin flame or a soulmate connection, all these relationships are very special, very important. So those of you that are having trouble on this path with this prominent, life-changing relationship, union, maybe you can get some answers from this reading. Okay, first of all, it's the 25th, and I'd like to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays. For those of you that are residing in the US, wishing you well, coming together with family or your tribe, whoever that is for you. Togetherness, closeness, support, that's what it's all about, and love. Now, before I start reading, I'd like to also send my support, my best wishes to those in Australia, those in Melbourne especially. Those who watch the Astro Update will know that I've put a link beneath the video. There's this beautiful song that's been written. It's called Rise. And it was sung on the rally that was that took place, I think it was last Sunday, everyone. An amazing song, very heartwarming, touching everyone's heartstrings. It brings tears to my eyes. So I've put two links beneath the Astro Update video. Those of you that are interested, go and check out the link. And that's why I'm sending my support to Victorians especially. We know that they've had tyrannical lockdowns for way too long. Not only are the lockdowns very extreme in Victoria, Australia, there's a lot going on in the whole world. Many countries have got their own issues. Okay, I'm mentioning Melbourne, Victoria, because I grew up in Australia, and because they're the leaders in the mandates and the restrictions and the coercion to do something that people don't want to do. They've lost their freedom. They're fighting for that. And this song was written especially and in relation to that. So if you're interested, do go and check out the links under my last upload, the Astro Update. Under the video, you can get two links. One is the acoustic, which has got the lyrics beneath it. And the other one, the other link, is where they perform it live. Where they perform it live at the rally. This incredible song is by Bradley Marshall and Paul Caspar. My love to those two for your courage to speak up in relation to people's freedoms. Okay, my love, my support to all of you who are going through difficult times. Okay, those in the US, happy, I was going to say Independence Day, oh my God. I don't know why I was going to say that, but that's what comes to me. Happy Independence Day, I was going to say. Anyway, you know, it's all got to do with the mind and with the heart, our soul. Where is your soul? Are you feeling trapped by the darkness? Don't let that make you feel trapped. Look at your higher self. Look at the way you were born. You were born free, and we're free to live, free to breathe, free to speak. Democracy, what happened to that? that's in our personal lives as well as, you know, on a collective scale. Now, what's going on with this divine union, please, Spirit, Archangels, Archangel Michael, Archangel Lowfield, please guide me. Everyone, I am doing a different layout today, so thank you, Archangels. I've done this in the past. Let's see what is going on with this divine union at the moment. Where are we? Let's look at the now. We have the Queen of Wands, everyone. So Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Confident and magnetic. And this is the Twin Flame Journey Tarot that I'm using by Mystic Moon. The environment. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. Independence. Very independent is the Queen of Wands as well. Let's look at the hopes and fears. We've got the Knight of Cups. Romantic gesture. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. We've also got Virgo energies here in the Nine of Pentacles. Let's look at the goals. Seven of Cups, fantasy and temptation. Seven of Cups speaks to illusion, obviously, but this is speaking about having the ability to have choices, or hoping to be able to see clearly after the confusion, after maybe an illusion, okay? And that is Pisces energy. The unexpected is the Knight of Swords, decisive action. Someone is coming in to clear the air, clear the confusion, have those conversations. Someone could also be taking legal action. We've got two knights here. Knight of Cups, we know, is someone that is very careful with their heart. Maybe they've been hurt in the past. It is water, and water can be very fluid, very fluctuating emotions. But there is romance here. There is a sense of love and union. As you can see, these two are kissing. So we've got the Knight of Swords, decisive action, which could be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Okay, someone's taking unexpectedly decisive action to move forward, to take action, to communicate, to cut through the cloud. Let's see what is the potential near future. We have Justice, soul contract, and this is Libra, everyone. This is the near future, so this could speak to someone going through divorce, separation, dealing with legalities, obviously, and it's not an easy divorce or separation. Doesn't have to be that someone's married. It could have been a long-term relationship, and people have got to figure out who takes what and try and, you know, find justice. But there's a soul contract here, and this is a portal that opens, everyone. Remember, Libra speaks to balance, harmony, fairness, and legalities. Let's see what the distant future holds. We've got Six of Wands, success and recognition, everyone. Love it. And this is someone that's very prideful, someone that's very proud of their accomplishment. You could also be dealing with someone that is quite well known in their community, someone who's very successful in whatever they create, their own business. We do have the Queen of Wands here and the Six of Wands. So Leo is very strong. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, I suppose. Let's see, because just looking at this line here, it does speak to success and recognition in the near future. This is a soul contract. Justice will come around. Okay, even with the Queen of Wands, again, very much about passion, creativity, desire. Someone who's very fiery, so desires this connection. Now, I don't know if this is a clash of strength or ego here between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. We could be talking about two people where business is concerned, they've been very successful, or maybe that there's just a strong fire or strong fixed energies in their chart, and it's a little bit competitive here. I do see the divine feminine wanting and demanding respect. She knows her worth. She knows that she has been very generous, very open with her emotions, and I would say that the divine feminine is more demanding here from the divine masculine. She's sort of putting her foot down and saying that in a relationship, and this could also be for those of you that even if this is not a new relationship and this is something that a chapter, let's say, that your relationship is going through, I do see that the divine feminine is demanding respect, freedom within the relationship, because I do see the card with independence here. It shows the divine feminine. Okay, so this could be like a tug of war sort of energy, even though there is, from the divine masculine, there is romantic feelings, emotions here. It looks like the divine feminine is quite powerful. Could also be, it's quite challenging, I see here, but I do get here with the Knight of Swords that the divine masculine comes through with a lot of decisive action and a very intelligent mind as well. Someone who could be very cutting with their words. Let's see what else we've got here on the now position. We've got the Ten of Wands, which is like a cycle that potentially could be ending, but a burdensome cycle. It does speak to this Queen of Wands having a heavy burdens, a lot that she's dealing with in the environment. We've got a King of Wands here, so she could be, we've got King and Queen of Wands. So interesting. So for some of you, obviously, you could be in another relationship. I mean, this could be a love triangle for some of you. There could be 3 or 4 people here, because we've got the Knight of Cups here, which I feel more than likely for many of you. I mean, the Knight of Cups turns into the Knight of Swords, and this is unexpected because the divine masculine is showing up as more romantic, more sensitive, more psychically inclined to this connection, but it looks like they're now more so trying to see or do things logically, or you know, with an intelligent maneuver here. Now, some of you, as I said, you could be in a long-standing relationship or marriage. We've got King and Queen of Wands, right? And I'm going to say also that the Nine of Pentacles is very similar to someone who's, you know, alone. So someone who emotionally could have checked out of a connection, of a connection that you're in or that's going through challenges. Okay, let's see beneath the romantic gesture, the Knight of Cups, hopes and fears. So obviously it is a hope that someone comes through, that this Knight of Cups comes through with a gesture of, you know, an offer, let's move forward. But the fear is that this Knight of Cups is fearing that their offer could either get knocked back or it's not a good enough offer. Remember, he comes through as a knight, not as a king. I have a feeling that this Knight of Cups is not the same as the King of Wands. Now, this gesture coming forward, this hope, this knight maybe feels that their offer could get knocked back, because we've got the Nine of Wands. There could also be trust issues, and trust issues could also be from both or from the divine masculine, that they could get hurt once more as they did in the past. And either that or someone's going through trials and tribulations. This is what they're wanting to come forward. But remember that the Knight of Cups is swimming in emotions. right? Their emotions fluctuate, and especially with the Seven of Cups, which Seven of Cups is Piscean energy. So if you are dealing with someone who's got strong Pisces, they're fantasizing, let's say, of maybe some trials or tribulations in their life ending so that all those doors could open up. I'm going to say also that if this is someone that's very sacrificing and giving, maybe that's why they've been hurt. Maybe that's why they're coming through as the Knight of Swords, using their mind, sort of being more detached, but taking decisive action. And if there's been any confusion or illusion, they're coming through to clear that. Let's see what comes through with the goals. Seven of Cups, and we've got the Two of Swords. So it is someone's goal to make a decision, which is very hard because we've got stalemate and indecision here. The indecision is obviously because there's lack of clarity, or there's still that confusion, maybe. Now, someone is having difficulty in making choice. That's why, and if it's the Queen of Wands that has got a choice between two, and a past partner where there wasn't, I feel that it was a heavy burden, as you could see. I mean, right on the King of Wands, we've got the Independence card, the Nine of Pentacles, we've got the Ten of Wands. So someone here has been just very, very independent. And I'm going to say also that fire signs, remember, are, especially if we're talking about Sagittarian energy, for some of you, you could be dealing with a Sagittarian or someone that has grown up with other beliefs, different beliefs to what this Queen of Wands holds. Okay, now the King of Wands, if this is Sagittarian energy, they need freedom. They need their freedom, especially Sagittarius. Let's see, because Two of Swords speaks to a dilemma. After the goals, let's see what comes through unexpectedly with this Knight of Swords and the decisive action. And we've got the Seven of Pentacles, reevaluation. Okay, so since there's going to be information, communication, or dealings with the law, with anything to do with the red tape, anything to do with legalities. I mean, Seven of Pentacles is a card of, is the energy of Capricorn, where someone's reevaluating what they've invested, how much they've invested in this relationship, in the relationship that's trying to come through or trying to find its balance, its footing, and its harmony. Okay, so reevaluation. Someone is re-looking at things, and I don't know if this speaks to, because this is in the unexpected, on the 19th of December, we're having Venus transiting through Capricorn. Capricorn, which speaks to the elder, the hard work, matters of integrity, matters of heaviness. Capricorn is quite challenging, but it's also ruled by Saturn, remember. So Saturn challenges and is a difficult teacher. So I'm wondering if the reevaluation, because there's been a lot of work that's been done. As you can see, this tree has grown very, very deep roots. So this is a deeply rooted connection, one that maybe even is a 7-year cycle. For others, it could be a 14-year cycle. For others, it could be a 21-year cycle. And for others, it could be a 28-year cycle. And it's got a lot to do with family and traditions. As you can see, we've got the tree, and the tree speaks to someone's roots, someone's home, someone's traditions, someone's establishment there. You know, it's not easy after investing. Seven of Pentacles. Pentacles are practical, they're real. they're challenging, they're hard work. Someone has invested a fair bit here. And for me, and this could also speak to matters of the past. Remember, the house, this card reminds me of the house in the Lenormand, which does speak to the home. Remember, you could see here, the tree has also got a door, so it does have to do with someone's home, someone's past, someone's family and their traditions. This is not an easy card, it's stalemate. We've got 2 cards which speak to getting stuck. I do feel that things will happen in the Capricorn season as Venus is retrograding in Capricorn. She's gonna be challenged as she's going to be connecting with Pluto. So something is going to transform. Let's look at the near future after the Justice card. We've got the 10 of Pentacles, ultimate achievement. We've got the 7 and then the 10. The ultimate achievement, 10 of Pentacles, abundance, security, but also a new beginning. We could say it is an ending and a new beginning. So we do have 2 10s here. So there's some form of an ending and a new beginning. 10 of Pentacles does speak to family. It does speak to abundance. So someone wants the ultimate achievement, the family, the white picket fence, the children. And remember again that the 10 of Pentacles also speaks to traditions. Let's see what is the distant future here. And we've got the 3 of Pentacles, collaboration. And we see that this is a group. They come together, they join. 3, even though it's a 3 of Pentacles, it speaks to expansion and growth. And the 3 of Pentacles speaks to 2 people putting in the effort. Now, there could be a third person in the 3 of Pentacles, but we see 2 people here. And this connection could have to do with work as well. So 2 people that work together, 2 people that are ready to do the work. Okay, let's see what comes after the 10 of Wands in the now. We've got the Emperor, everyone. So we're talking about an Emperor here. All right, so in the now, we've got the Emperor. In the environment, we've got the Hermit. Virgo, Aries, Taurus, could be any other signs. Let's look at the hopes after the 9 of Wands. We've got the Star, Aquarius, 3 major arcana in a row. We've got the goals after the 2 of Swords, 6 of Swords, tranquility. Let's look at the unexpected after this reevaluation, 7 of Pentacles. We've got the World, where a major cycle ends, a cycle completes. Dear friends, let's look at the near future with that, line number 6, near future, underneath that 10 of Pentacles. We've got the Moon and the distant future, dear Spirit. We've got the 7 of Swords. Deception and strategy. Wow. This deception and strategy here, what it says to me is that someone's pulled it off, someone's succeeded here. Someone's broken through the illusion. We've got the 7 of Wands here, defense mechanism. We've got a bear, and a bear speaks to protection. A bear also speaks to someone who is a leader. I just dropped some cards. All right, so wow. Now, if we're looking at this reading, everyone, as the past, present, and future, right? For some of you, I suppose you can, as I said, now, environment, hopes and fears, goals, the unexpected, and the near future and the distant future. Now, the opening card is the Queen of Wands, and we end with the 7 of Swords, which speaks to defense. I don't know. Deception and strategy. This is the defense card, which can speak to having someone who's quite powerful you know, the bear does speak to protection. It speaks to someone who's in a position of power. So this could be a powerful ally. Ally is the word I was looking for. So just looking at the whole reading, we've got the Two of Swords here, which speaks to a dilemma. Okay, so we open up with fire, we end with air. So this is quite, I mean, the energies are picking up. And just looking at the final outcome here, everyone, we've got the Emperor, the Hermit, the Star, the World, the Moon, and Seven of Swords. So we've got 5 major arcana, which is very, very much about spirit. And, you know, this is what is fated. We've got the 6 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. So we've got cardinal energy with the Emperor. Let's say the Emperor is more the Aries energy, and Aries is all about taking action. It's moving forward. The Emperor is someone who is in a position of power. So, or someone that's standing and, you know, having the courage and the strength, using the power that they've got within their hands to do what is necessary. But at this time, because now we could see that we've got the Emperor here in the environment, we've got the Hermit. So I don't know if this Emperor is preparing, they're doing their homework, they're soul searching at this time. So we know that the Hermit is a number 9. It's before the Wheel of Fortune. And we go as the major arcana cards, number 4, 9, 17, 21. So they go in line, and we go back to the Moon, right? We go back to the Moon. So it's like taking a step back. But remember that the Moon also, even though it does speak to fears and illusions and deception and secrecy, the Moon in astrology speaks to obviously a very deep connection. The Moon does speak to our subconscious, something that is within us that we do not perceive. You've got to dig deep, or, you know, in time of meditation or sleep or quiet time, that's when you can relate to your subconscious. So, you know, the moons can speak to motherhood or my home or my family. There's deeply rooted wounds, I feel, here connected to the divine masculine. I truly feel that, especially with the Knight of Cups here. Because I remember that the Knight of Cups speaks to someone that's quite romantic. And remember, knights are all about action, and it's action being taken. They ride on a horse. It's all about movement and doing something. So knights speak to action. But we've got a King of Wands and we've got an Emperor here. So again, let's say that we leave the energy of someone taking action, what they're doing, what they're willing to move towards. We've got a king and an emperor here, everyone. We've got a king and a queen, and we've got an emperor, who obviously the emperor would be the third person. And at this time, they're soul searching. And I would say also that if this is a love triangle, and some of you that are connected to someone that was just very much about their freedom, someone that was just very burdensome. If you see, I mean, what the King of Wands is in between the 10 of Wands and the 9 of Wands, which says that it's obviously not easy for the King of Wands either, because I truly feel that most of you that are watching this, you are the Queen of Wands. That's what I sense here. Let me just restart my camera. Yeah, so this was probably a soulmate connection. King and Queen of Wands. I do feel here with the Emperor, it's an even stronger connection. Why? Look, just the fact that they're on the same, in the same column in the now, right? In the now. and the Emperor is connected to so many major Arcana cards in the outcome column, if we could call this the outcome column. Or for some of you, you may not want to see this as the outcome column. You could see this as the story playing out, and let's say these 2 rows as just clarity on this card, right? So you can see it in that way as well. So what I see here is that there could be also, as I said, competitive energies. I mean, the Queen of Wands is quite powerful. What sits in between her and the Emperor in the now is a heavy burden. It's hard work, right? But remember that the Ten of Wands turns into the Ace of Wands. And both the Emperor, if he is an Aries, and the Queen of Wands, 2 fire signs together, can clash. There is competitive energies there. Same with the King of Wands, right? Again, fire with fire can burn. There could be strong sexual attraction, but can also burn. For those of you that you're not in a love triangle, okay, we could see that we've got a couple of knights, and then they turn into the King of Wands, who's meeting, let's say, the Queen of Wands halfway, and then turns into a more powerful divine masculine, and turns into, and it says the divine masculine right here, turns into the Emperor, who is now going through soul searching, obviously, and realizing that this is a very strong connection. We've also got the Star on the same line here. So for some of you, I suppose, I mean, major Arcana cards are very important to look at. So we've got Virgo, we've got Aquarius here, everyone. The Star, the universal alignment, and the Star comes under the hopes and fears. So someone's been hoping for the universal alignment, for someone to be able to come out of the cave, to have searched and seen that this is a divine union. Now the soul searching here with the Hermit, this could also be someone who has been helping, let's say, this Emperor. The Hermit could be a teacher, it could be a spiritual teacher, could be someone who is guiding this divine masculine, this Emperor. We do have the Star, which is the Aquarian energy, and Aquarius does speak to futuristic energies, of course, but also, again, the Star speaks to a wish fulfillment, or that something or this connection was at a physical distance. The Star does speak to hope as well. Remember that just looking at the Knight of Cups, the Nine of Wands, and the Star, this is something that this Knight has also been hoping for. And this could have been with a Star. It could speak to communication through social media if there is a physical distance, because we've got the Six of Swords here, and it can speak to travel. Two of Swords does speak to a dilemma. How do I leave that Five of Swords, that conflict, and the trouble or the competitive energies? How do I do that? How do we find the tranquility and the peace and the harmony in this connection? And we've got the World card. So we've got two cards that could speak to travel. The Moon can speak to a place that you could call home, right? Or the Moon speaks to, remember that the Moon can speak to one's country, or that the illusion ends because of the Seven of Swords here. This deception or the fears concerning an ending, and remember the World card speaks to a cycle completion. It is a card of success. So, timing, because Seven of Pentacles being the Capricorn card, which speaks to time, a long time, let's say. Someone's been investing and waiting and sort of stuck. But the time and the effort put forth, because the World card is also very Saturnian, The World card also signifies the fixed energies, the fixed signs. So Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. And remember that the eclipses now are shifting onto Taurus and Scorpio. So all the fixed energies, anything that was stuck and stalemate, will be moved, will be changed, will be forced to change through spirit, because fixed signs get comfortable. They don't like change, and change is difficult, and that's why the change then happens much more powerfully and more in a more uncomfortable way, with usually tower moments. Let's see, the Karma Dharma, and we've got justice, everyone. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. What I wanted to look at, so Libra is very prominent here. I've got a few more cards. Looks like this is going to be a fairly long reading. Because it's you could read this layout in many different ways. I've got a deck here which is a different sort of a deck, and it gives me a little bit more clarity. So let me see what's going on in this divine union, please, Spirit. What's going on? We've got Zeus, Jupiter, and we usually look at the top message, but I suppose with Hermes and Mercury, I mean, both do speak to logic and communication and, you know, the mind. So the logical side of the mind and the higher mind, which is Zeus. Remember that Mercury does connect to Zeus, which Zeus was the king of the gods. So he's the messenger of the gods, and he's right here with Zeus. Let's see what's going on. So this is Sagittarius. Obviously, Jupiter rules Sagittarius. Sagittarius is where the new moon solar total eclipse will be happening on the 4th of December, everyone. So do join us on Patreon. If you're not with us on Patreon, you're missing out on a lot of astrological and mythological learning or information. So because this eclipse, the new moon eclipse, will be in Sagittarius and Jupiter rules Sagittarius, this obviously could be speaking to the ability to expand, to find justice, for those who are going through divorce, to find their freedom, right? Because Sagittarius is all about freedom and optimism. We've got a meeting here. We've got the round table, which speaks to a meeting which will be a very pleasant, very optimistic, very much about truth and the higher mind. Lots of communication around a table, a pleasant gathering with this this important person in your life. Oh wow, everyone. And we've got the path opening. Now this could speak to someone taking a journey. Can you see the path that opens? And as you can see here, we've got the bow and arrow, which also relates to the centaur Sagittarius, who remember that Sagittarian energy is, Sagittarius is a visionary. And if this is another layer with your emperor, you could be dealing with someone that is a foreigner. Let's say for those that this is not a love triangle. Remember that Sagittarius, being the centaur, was half man and half horse. So there was a feeling of lack. There was some sort of a wounding, because Sagittarius, the centaur, also relates to Chiron. Chiron, which is healing, the wounded healer in astrology. So there's some wounding, there's some karma connected to this relationship, to this union. that someone needed to work through, and I feel that the work is being done with the Hermit here especially. And the Star, remember the Star also speaks to healing and hope, that there's still hope to leave the conflict, end this major cycle. And I'm going to say again, some of you are from different areas of the world, different religion or different upbringing. But remember the moon which does speak to our depths, that nurturing motherly connection, matters to do with the past as well. Now the moon does speak to a lot of illusions, but the illusions are going to come down. The illusions will end. The path opens, everyone, and this can speak to someone ready to take that journey. Even Jupiter speaks to far and distant journeys. It could speak to a spiritual journey as well, where two people are spiritually connected. They connect on other levels, other realms, on that 5D realm, maybe even through sleep. For those of you that this is a new connection, you're waiting for your Emperor to come into your life. It looks like the power, there's a lot going on here. I do feel that the next few months is very, very important for love connections. A lot will be happening, and where there's been injustices, the creases will be ironing out. If you feel as though you've had an injustice done towards you, fate or spirit has dealt you with an unfair hand, it looks like things will turn around. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Oh wow, this is beautiful, everyone. So this is a very important door. This is the portal. It's like 11, like 1111. You will be entering, this connection will be entering, or this travel, or this movement, or the path opening will have you pass through a very important door, a portal that opens in your life. And, because it's a 50, it breaks, 50 is a 5. It can speak to Taurus, so it can speak to marriage, potential marriage, or just a spiritual enlightenment where this union evolves and grows and matures spiritually. Now, physically, that's a different matter altogether. What the reading here is telling me is that a major blockage is coming down, a cycle completes, the illusion you will see through, and I don't know, the path opens here. Who knows, because this is the distant future, I do see here that there will be collaboration. And I'd like to also point out here that a few other messages that I'm getting here, okay, because I'm looking here at the Knight of Cups, who's bringing forth, an offer of love, but they're at a point of dilemma whether they end if they're connected to another relationship, whether this difficulty or this challenge, whatever the challenge is, the choice that they're making, it will be different for each of you. It could be any other situation that's holding them back from this connection. Could be related to family, could be related to religion and traditions. We've got, even the Ten of Pentacles, which speaks to someone's financial standing and their prosperity. And we go from the Ten of Pentacles here, 7, 10, and then 3, which shows that what is more important, because this could also say with the ultimate achievement that someone here has been very successful financially. Maybe they were more inclined towards becoming successful in their life and being able to support a relationship Okay, before, and maybe they put love on the back burner, because here we go back to the 3 from the 10. And this is an ace, remember, which starts a new cycle where two people are ready to collaborate. Maybe they even work together, right? And it's interesting that we've got 3 of Pentacles, and then we've got a number 4. So it's like a transition where they're both ready to do the work and collaborate, but the Emperor is standing, he's standing in a position of power. Remember, we've got the defense mechanism. Maybe they were pushing you away. I mean, the bear I see many times as a mother figure as well. Could be also someone needing to gain the courage, right, to move forward, because maybe there was a lot at stake here. And the a lot at stake here has made this Emperor grow spiritually. And I would say more than likely that the Queen of Wands was more, maybe more spiritually awoke before the Divine Masculine. Let's look at the Queen of Wands. We've got the Queen, which becomes the King. The Queen, remember, is all about knowledge. Her experience is her knowledge. She may be becoming the king of her own life and moving towards, and, you know, holding on to that hope, moving towards a wish fulfillment, or even, I'm going to say, communicating what it is that she desires, what it is that she wants to, that she's confident about. She knows her worth. So if she's dealing with an Emperor, remember, she's only a queen. She's in a lesser or lower position than what the Emperor is. And maybe the Emperor is a big catch for her. I'm just saying. So we could see the Knight of Cups, then King of Wands, then the Emperor. King of Wands is all about action. So obviously, again, the dilemma could relate to the Emperor also, to traditions, to ending a major cycle, to maybe even travel. Maybe that could be an issue now, or maybe two people that are from different parts of the world could be the issue as well. But I'm going to say that with the Six of Wands, the Six of Wands, which speaks to success, balance, harmony. We've got 2 cards which speak to balance and harmony, and that this is a win-win situation. Look at the Six of Wands. Someone knows their worth. They've got the ability to come into success. Is it financial? Because sometimes financial, maybe even the effort that's done. I mean, you know, because fire wands speak to putting in the effort, doing the work. We've got the ultimate achievement, and we've got the World card, which also is an ultimate achievement. The full cycle, someone having worked very hard and wanting, I would say, someone that was insisting, I would say it's probably the Queen of Wands, who was insisting on, she wanted the whole, how can I say it? She wanted the whole picture. She wanted the whole thing. How can I say it? I can't find the words to this. The whole shebang. She wanted it all. She wanted the recognition. She wanted the security. And she was willing to work as hard as it was necessary for her to work to get to this. Or if she was in a karmic cycle where she felt repressed or challenged to end a situation, even though, you know, change was not easy for her because she's showing up as a Leo, right? She's very generous, very much about play, risk-taking. Yes, she took a gamble and she won. She took a gamble and she won. We've got Leo Aquarius here, and that's fixed energies again. Let's look at the Hermit. We've got the Seven of Cups, which is illusion, Nine of Wands, not being able to break through the illusion and the hardship, but someone not giving up. And we've got 2 nines here, the Hermit. The Hermit speaks to someone seeing the light, right? So even through hardship, someone is awakening. I would say both the Queen of Wands, who was more awoke, as I said, but also now the Emperor is going through an awakening process. Look at the Star. We've got the Two of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So someone's taking decisive action, getting out of this limiting energy, trusting in their higher self, trusting in their heart, let's say, and moving towards what their truth is. The Star speaks to the truth. So their potential decision and decisive action is bringing their wish fulfillment closer and into reality. We've got, as you can see here, and I don't know if this is talking about the Aquarian season, where someone is making up their mind, right? Because we've got the Aquarius and Pisces time, which will be very significant for the Venus retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. And look at this here. So we've got Justice. The portal opens here, even though this is a card of being stuck and, you know, having waited for the right timing, let's say, the right timing to be able to move forward. Six of Swords, someone's intentions to build on something, even though it was very challenging, will bring them to shore, let's say, will take them to the shore, will take them to their desired outcome or to their soul's purpose. So if we look at this V here, we could see this Nine of Pentacles, someone who knows their worth, someone who maybe is feeling quite single or quite independent, even though they've gone through a lot. And it could relate also to the Queen of Wands if she is in another commitment, right, where she's had to deal with a lot and she's been hoping for tranquility or to be able to move. I mean, the Nine of Wands many times can speak to blockage. It's called trials and tribulations. So she's had a lot that she's been dealing with. So she's hoping either to travel worldly, if she's dealing with someone that's at a distance, or to find her tranquility after a legal separation, or just doesn't have to be illegal. For some of you, you could be going through that now and thinking of separation, let's say. Six of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. So you're hoping to reach that tranquil place in your life. And the Seven of Pentacles speaks to having invested a lot of time, energy, blood, sweat, and tears, as I always say. So maybe hoping to move to a place that you know, emotionally or maybe even physically you've invested in, and hoping for your justice, hoping and waiting on that portal to open. Remember, justice it's a karmic, very strong karmic card, which speaks to nemesis. So, and obviously here with the Ten of Pentacles next to the Seven of Pentacles, there is the ultimate achievement, and this is through the help of spirit at this time. So as I said, someone is being very, even though working with their fears or working with not having full understanding of what's going on, because if we look at the Seven of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, and the Moon can speak to, you know, unknown matters, can speak to someone who is a mother, could be a mother that could be the third person here, let's say, and someone has been following traditions, right? But they're going to find a way out and, you know, break that mold, break those traditions, because they've been fantasizing, they've been tempted with something that was maybe untraditional for them, and maybe they were dealing also with a very strong or very intelligent or maybe even spiteful and sneaky mother or someone that was in charge, someone that was very dark and going through their shadow, working with their shadows. Okay, so because it does speak to deception and strategy. So let's take the Tarot of a Sexual Magic. Let's take 3 cards and see what's going on. So we've got a lot of signs here. We've got a lot. Now the Major Arcana cards, everyone. Aries, Virgo, Aquarius, Pisces, Cancer, Libra. Libra is extra potent, everyone. We've got Libra here as well. They're the strongest of the signs. Let's count. I want to count the numbers of the Major Arcana cards. So we've got an 11, which you cannot add up. 11 and a 4 is 15. And 9 is 24. And 8, 24 and 8 is 32. And 3, 35. And 9 is a 44, everyone. 44. Now for some of you, we can also count number 11 here, which will go up to 55. So 44 is an angel number, 55. 5s always speak to change, turning a corner. But I do see here that the path opens. Jupiter will bring positivity, expansion, optimism, that there is a potential meeting here. Good conversations, good communications. There's a sense of justice here, and the portal now opens. Let's see what's beneath here. And yeah, we've got the crying eyes, the eye that's swollen from too many tears. Someone's been going through a lot of hardship, a lot of pain. And we've had bad news, difficult news we've heard. Maybe we will be receiving some news of someone having gone through a lot of hardship, difficulties, but the portal opens. The energies change, I feel here. Let's take 3 cards and see what's going on. Wow, we've got the High Priestess, everyone. High Priestess, we know, is Pisces, Virgo. It's the axis Pisces, Virgo. So the High Priestess can speak to a third person. It's interesting because I know that this is a spiritual union. And what's very interesting to me is she holds 2 keys here. She holds 2 keys. I've never noticed this before. Can you see that? We've got Temperance, everyone, so Sagittarius is very strong here as well. Divine timing, Archangel Michael has blessed us with his presence. And we've got Justice, oh my God. Justice it's called, but it's a number 8, which 8 in other decks is the Strength card. So Leo as well as Libra, once more. We've got the Justice card 3 times. Do you believe that? So we've got Libra, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Interesting. This could also speak to when Jupiter will enter Pisces, which will be at the end of the year. Now, what happened for you mid-June till end of July of 2021? Did you feel a sense of freedom? What importance? What was the importance of that time for you? What was going on? Because we'll be revisiting those same themes as Jupiter will be leaving Aquarius and entering into Pisces, which it's very strong there. Remember, Pisces speaks to unconditional love. It does speak to a divine spiritual connection. Maybe that's secretive because Pisces is it's quite a dark house. Could speak to illusions, karma. needing to end a major cycle, Jupiter will bring justice. Maybe even help you clear the karma and close up this the difficulties here that you've been dealing with. Now I'm going to say also, because the World card does relate to the Saturnian energy, and Saturn, remember, is the lord of timing and karma, and we've got the moon. If we look at Saturn and the moon together in astrology, this can speak to a long-term connection, a connection that's very deep, but also can become physical. Saturn does promise marriage and a long-standing, based in reality, relationship. And as I said, someone's pulling it off here. And I'm going to say justice is also with us. So it's just, it's fair, and it's spirit. It's the hand of spirit. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. There's the devil. The devil. Capricorn. So, obviously, and you know, the devil in this depiction reminds me very much, he's very animalistic, very much of Chiron and the centaur Sagittarius. But whatever have been the restrictions, and that is Saturn, I was just talking about Saturn, major arcana card, whatever the restrictions were, and this is a very strong sexual connection as well, there's been a lot of fear around it, but there's also been a lot of karma, and it's all about timing. Now someone's been in a toxic situation, and maybe anything connected to sexuality was the blockage or the lesson here. This sexuality can speak to anything related to sexuality and intimacy, which may have been someone's downfall. So I don't know. It'll be different for each of you. Yes. So do keep the faith. Trust in your intuition. Spirit is bringing in the balance and the harmony. We've got Archangel Michael pouring from one cup to the other. So Sagittarius, remember the new moon solar eclipse happening on the 4th. And this is the last eclipse on the axis Gemini and Sagittarius. So the mutable signs, this is where the eclipses will stop affecting you, as they've been affecting you in the past year and a half. Mutable energies speak to change, speak to fitting in one's environment, running with the changes, and justice. Remember, Sagittarius also speaks to faith, so holding on to the faith, knowing that justice will prevail for you. Okay, the justice 3 times. This is unbelievable. Let's take an energy oracle. So we took 4 cards from the Tarot of Sexual Magic, and the 4 cards are Major Arcana cards. This reading is absolutely incredible. So we've got a 6, and a 2 is 8, and a 5 is 13, and an 8 is 21, which is the World card, everyone. And remember, the World card is being 21, that could also equal a 3, which is the Empress. The seed that you planted, where you invested all your energy, all your life, your soul, your spirit, this will pan out for you. This has got the potential to work out because Spirit wants it to. And we've got Cornucopia 11, everyone. I rest my case. I rest my case. I've got the goosebumps. Let's read Cornucopia. There's a lot of abundance coming in, everyone. Number 11. Goosebumps on my goosebumps. Oh my. Wishes fulfilled, everyone. An abundant harvest and great blessings are waiting for you. And you may even find all of your wishes fulfilled. This cornucopia of gifts from the universe can come in the form of financial riches, job fulfillment, romantic love, or all of the above. When you receive the cornucopia upright, you know that you've done important work and it's about to pay off. The seeds you've planted in your energy and in your life are ready to be harvested in some significant ways. Get ready for a great feast of abundant value is being prepared for you now, and Spirit is applauding all of your effort. Congratulations. Give yourself a pat on the back. You've pulled it off. The portal opens and you're ready to receive. Saturn will give you your gifts because you've worked very hard for that. Justice will be yours. Those of you that are coming out of a toxic connection, one that was difficult to get out of, you've paid the price. You've paid your karma. You've done the work. You've released karma. Many of you may have also been working on karma that was passed down to you from maybe a mother, maybe your mother. I want to take three cards. Now, good communication, truthful communication is necessary. Do not fear to speak up your truth. Speak about your emotions, because many of you have kept them bottled up for a while, maybe emotionally. With this door here, this door speaks to hospitals, problems with your health. Some of you, it can speak to an imprisonment, a sense of imprisonment and boundaries, which is the 12th house of Pisces, rules hospitals, prisons, and maybe also clandestine affairs. So that's also the house of karma. Some of you may have suffered emotionally, maybe even physically, after going through an emotional, hard chapter in your life. Let's see. Poverty. Before I took these cards, this is the exact card I was thinking of. Exactly. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Divine. I pictured this card, and here it is. We've got privileged lady. This is the Empress, everyone. She's sacrificed a lot. Number 12, which is also the Hanging Man. Sudden wealth. Number 11, 777. Hello. Hello, Spirit. Hello. High honors. I rest my case. I've said it a second time. I've got nothing more to say. Nothing at all. 7 and 1 is 8. 11 and 11 is 22. 22 is the path. In 6 to 7 weeks from now, some of you, those of you that are watching me now, the portal opens. 11 is the Four of Wands. Speaks to getting stable, the possibility of marriage. Venus in Libra will bring you your justice. This is a ethereal Venus. She's a magical Venus. She's in the sky. She's in the ethers. This is a magical union that's trying to come through. Someone's making a choice. Remember, the dilemma, the choice that is made will be in your favor. Someone is getting ready or is going through separation or will be going through separation. Even though there's hesitation, there's travel is also involved, and there's opportunities that are opening up for abundance, everyone. And high honors, privileges. You've worked very hard for this and you deserve it. And I will leave you with that. Thank you so much. Wishing you a wonderful holiday. I don't think I'll be talking to you for the next couple of days. I'm preparing the December readings. I'm working on those. Those of you that are on Patreon, I'm also going to give to you what I promised. I'm working on and showing you examples of other charts and situations that have played out, and you could see how these things work with the astrology and the planets, and how the planets, the planetary alignments, the way they reflect their energies upon our lives down here. So join us, do join us on Patreon if you are not with us there. Thank you to those that are on Patreon. Thank you for your support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting, everyone. My love to all of you. I will talk to you soon. Namaste. Ta-da.